What's up, guys? So I just watched the Fantastic Four, and I'm here to give my blunt and raw review. So the first thing I want to say is the writing just felt lazy. We barely get to see the true capacity of Galactus. I mean, he acted like a giant in a spaceship with X-ray eyes. I mean, that's the extent of his powers we got. Then, on top of that, his size was extremely inconsistent. We see him for the first time, and he's absolutely ginormous. Like, just look at this photo. And then we see him again over Manhattan, Brooklyn, whatever it is. I don't know, New York. And he covers multiple city blocks. I mean, he's huge. And then when he steps onto Earth, like when he's facing the Fantastic Four, he's as big as a building. Like, I mean, he's significantly smaller. Like, he's still huge, but he's like building size, not block size, how I was, or even like multiple cities big as when we first meet him. I get that it's in his abilities to shrink and change size, but we're never told that in the movie. He just does it. I mean, it wouldn't have been hard to have a scene where the Fantastic Four was like, yo, this guy's changing size. He must have the ability to change size or something like that. That could have taken like less than a second to mention, and it would have kind of fixed that huge loophole. But besides the point, I'm just going to go ahead and say from here on out, there's going to be spoilers. I don't care. Don't watch the video if you don't want to see them. Next up, all we're told about Galactus is that he's older than the universe. That's his entire backstory. Like where did his magical ship come from that can drill through the center of planets? I mean, and I'm pretty sure he's supposed to eat the planet, not have a giant drill that feeds the planet to him. I mean, and then on top of that, the Fantastic Four's entire plan of let's teleport him into space far away and he won't be able to come back doesn't make sense. He's already traveled multiple galaxies and somehow he built the magic ship in the first place. Like, he can obviously just do it again and it won't take him millions of years, how they theorized. But I mean, whatever, you know, that kind of makes sense. Just teleport him away and he'll lose interest, I guess, or get turned around. But sure. And then my second point is the hero's superpowers just felt lazy. I mean, we barely saw any of Mr. Fantastic stretching other than when Galactus stretches him out. And I mean, Johnny Storm was probably who we see the most. I mean, we see a little bit of Sue. I mean, obviously she has her big fight. But outside of that, like, we really don't see that many powers used. But that's okay. I mean, you know, it's playing it safe, keeping the CGI looking pretty decent. Granted, the CGI didn't seem amazing. But, I mean, I know that some of the scenes in the movie were entirely CGI created, and that's okay. And my third big complaint with this movie is just that the pacing felt slow. I mean, painfully slow at times. Like, the movie's, 3 hours long? And the main fight is maybe 10 minutes. I mean, that's how bad the pacing is off. And then, not to mention that how the movie's paced, there's an extremely long amount of time between when they first meet Galactus and he's heading towards Earth and when he actually gets to Earth. I mean, we see him not probably 20 minutes later approaching Saturn, and we're told that he's passing Saturn, right? Then maybe a few minutes after that, we see him passing the moon. Like, he's right there, dog. And then it feels like 30 to 40 minutes in the movie later, we finally hear that he's approaching Earth. Like, where was he for this entire time? What took so long? I don't know. Now, I will mention some good. The first really good thing about this movie is the theming was consistent. I mean, you would assume that the technology belonged in the time that it was in. I mean, other than the giant teleporting bridges. But you know what? That's besides the point. I mean, obviously that's made up and doesn't even exist now. But I mean, for a movie... What generation was it set in? The 80s? The 50s? I mean, for a movie set in the 50s, I mean, it was pretty spot on, I feel like, with being consistent set in the 50s. I mean, the next thing I would say is the costumes looked pretty good. I mean, they look dated, but it's a 50s movie. I mean, they're going to look dated. But they didn't look like they were tacky latex or CGI and looked really bad. The next big good was, I mean, obviously the Silver Surfer. She was amazing. And then we got some really cool scenes with her. I mean, we got the part where she literally reaches inside of Sue and was going to rip the baby out. I mean, that's pretty cool if you ask me. And the entire space chase scene was awesome. I mean, I know that they kind of destroyed their ship in the process, and it took them 3 months to get back, which was very glossed over considering the pace of the movie. Then, I mean, once we get back to Earth, the movie loses all of its pace. I mean, it just falls on its face after that.
Yo, I'm in the booth editing this junk. I just realized their entire plan came straight from SpongeBob, bro. You know, Patrick is like, let's just pick up the Krusty Krab and move it somewhere else.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else!
That idea may just be crazy enough.
And then I know people talked really good about Sue, but I feel like her casting was not that good. I mean, she just did not seem like she felt the character or had the energy for it. I mean, in the point where she's fighting Galactus, she's ripping her body apart and dying. I mean, come on. And she looked like, at worst, she was taking a dump. I mean, she did not look like she was straining that hard. Her emotions were not there. Like, I didn't feel it. And I mean, also along with that, the movie did a terrible job at establishing any kind of connection to these characters. I did not care for them. I mean, obviously Reed Richards, right? That's a really good character. It's hard to not like him. And watching the movie, I was just more of meh towards the characters. I mean, there was not really much attachment to these people. And I do want to go back to the plot point for a minute. Why did they not include any scene about why Galactus chose Earth, or why the Silver Surfer particularly chose Earth? Because, I mean, obviously, you know, that would have been very easy to mention. I mean, the lore is there. Like, just look to the comics. It's not hard to find why he wants to eat Earth, but it's just never mentioned, which it could have taken 2 seconds to mention. I mean, especially during the Johnny Storm and Silver Surfer confrontation, and they have their whole conversation, and she's like, yeah, I chose Earth, pretty much. And then they never say why. And then, I mean, on top of that, I feel like going along with the plot points that are missing, we don't get any multiverse tie-in. I mean, I felt like we were missing that, considering everything is leading up to the multiversal event where the Fantastic Four are going to the MCU, or however it's going to work out. We just didn't get a teaser of that, and I feel like we should have gotten some kind of teaser, even if it wasn't a resolved issue, but just like a tease of it. And then, I mean, my question too is, how is this going from a 1950s, 1960s timeline movie connecting back to the modern MCU? Doesn't make sense to me, because, I mean, as far as we know, all the timelines are at the similar point when they merge. I mean, I guess it could be different, but it's going to be a very culture shock for someone like Reed Richards coming from the 60s to modern day. And I mean, yeah, the TVA can time travel and all, but that kind of just seems like it doesn't make sense to have one timeline be in the 60s, 50s, whatever, and all the rest be at modern day. And I will finish this review off with something that I absolutely loved, and that was the Doctor Doom teaser. I mean, we see the Latvia chair empty when we're in the meeting of the nations, whatever that scene was, and that's a great teaser, because as soon as you see the empty seat, you know who it is. If you know the comics, if you know the lore, you're going to automatically know who that is. Then, I mean, we get the reveal at the end. We know it's Doctor Doom. We can just tell it is. And then we don't get to see who's behind the mask. Marvel keeps teasing us. Is it Robert Downey Jr.? I mean, they've told us it is. But is it actually going to be him? I mean, I know there's theories that it's not. But I love that teaser, right? Keeps you on the edge, keeps you thinking. So, I mean, as far as the castings go, too, I felt like Pedro Pascal did a decent job. He feels a little off as Reed Richards. He's not who I would have picked. And then, I mean, I think the Thing looks great. The little eyebrow thing was weird to me, considering he had a big, like, forehead. And we can see he grows a beard, and it's a different texture than what I would assume was his eyebrows. So that part didn't make sense. I mean, they could have redesigned his forehead a little bit. But, I mean, he looked pretty good. And then Johnny Storm, I think he's the best actor in the movie. He did a great job, and I was not expecting that character to be good in this movie. But I got to give, props to that person. I don't know who the actor is. Of course, like I said, Sue Storm was just mid. I mean, right. I mean, she just was not feeling the role. Didn't really give us much to like her for. And her expressions were very mild the whole time. So, I mean, I gotta say she's mid. And I mean, my final rating, I'm gonna go with a 5 out of 10. I mean, I wouldn't say the movie was bad. I mean, it's not like some shows it's not like some shows in the MCU, but it didn't get any brownie points for me. I don't think I'll be rewatching it again until I do like a full MCU rewatch. I mean, it just felt rushed. Like, it didn't feel like it was properly prepared. And I know the general consensus I'm seeing online is 10 out of 10. Great movie. But I just don't see it. So if you're wanting more of these reviews, leave a comment down below. Leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps out the channel. And I want to do more of these. I've been wanting to do this for a while and just keep putting them on the back burner. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this. If you guys want to see more, let me know.